is here in Latvia. We just signed a roadmap that is going to help build and set the path forward to building to brigade level. And so that's full steam ahead, just like we announced last year at Madrid. And without further ado, I'd like to turn over the mic to the Prime Minister of our country, the Honorable Justin Trudeau.
I really want to start by saying thank you to all of you as well. A number of years ago, each of you made a decision to serve your country, to step up and join the Canadian Armed Forces. You did that for your own reasons, but at the core of it was a desire to be there for your fellow citizens, to stand up for the values that make Canada such an incredibly strong country and example to the world, to have a positive impact, to be able to serve in a way that leads to a better world. And you've stepped up multiple times over the past many years, and it's brought you here to Latvia. At a time where the world is changing fast and not in good ways. We're seeing back home many of your fellow CAF members supporting as we're fighting wildfires across the country. Whether you were stepping up to help out with Fiona last year, it was a record hurricane, or even a few years before that, we all know what an atmospheric river was when it hit BC. Climate change is having a real destabilizing and negative impact with more and more frequent extreme weather events at home. As challenging as it is at home, the impacts around the world, people are in more precarious economic and geographic situations than we are. That's a new reality that has huge implications for security around the world, which is one of the reasons why Canada is stepping up to build the Centre of Excellence for Climate Security in Montreal. That's one of the announcements we're going to be making tomorrow at the NATO Summit. Because everywhere in the world, particularly in areas where there is particular intersections between geographic and climate realities and conflict, think of the Sahel, think of parts of Southeast Asia, that's going to be a new challenge we all have to do. We're also dealing with the hangover of the pandemic. It knocked us around as economies, but also knocked us around as individuals. Put a lot of stress on families, people trying to figure out a way through, and the extra challenges of social media and levels of misinformation and disinformation, and friends carried off by it. These are challenges we have that we have to continue to pull together in a world that suddenly understands there's threats out there that we haven't particularly accounted for. Layer that on top of the rise of authoritarian states, the shifting geopolitics, the aggressive postures of Russia, obviously, which is why we're all here today. Also China, Iran, other countries are increasingly aggressive in trying to undermine the values, the freedoms, the rights that underpin all of our democracies. And we see there's a lot of reasons for all of us. Those of you who serve, those of you civilian life back home, to be anxious about what our kids' futures look like, what kind of world our grandkids will be. Et le Canada a des solutions, a des réponses à tous ces éléments-là. Il y a des solutions technologiques, il y a des principes institutionnels qui fonctionnent, mais la vraie solution que nous offrons au monde,